For me, what I think, it need to be thousands of us, hundreds of thousands. It can't be just one person with money. That's how they could stop us. It was only one Martin Luther King, like he said, so they was able to stop them. So the more millionaires we create, the more billionaires we create, the better off we're gonna be. Because even if you look at, they send us to college, but if you look at all the CEOs in the top 5 Fortune 500 companies, it's only a half of 1% of African Americans. So we have to change that narrative. But we don't change that narrative, we're gonna always be set up for these scams and quick fixes to get some money. We also have to change to where we're creating African-American banks, African-American leaders when we out here voting, because we go into these polls, but we're not putting people that look like us in position to help us change that narrative. So that's why we are crying, and that's why we get caught up by these scams. But I'm gonna tell you something, if you don't work, you don't eat. Anything that sounds easy is a scam, because nobody wanna give you free money. Let's be honest. And we was talking about it earlier, the Just Hoop Water. The difference about this, everyone we make, everyone we give. So, and it's about helping inner city kids find a safe haven. I'm doing this with Chris Johnson. He's probably one of the top trainers in professional basketball. He trained LeBron James. He trained Rondo, so many other great athletes. But my thing is, how come we all drink water, even as pro athletes, but we don't have nothing that represent us, and we all hoopers. And my thing is, get the kids off the street so the gangs won't get them, and Just Hoop is about getting them into the gym. So
I heard that.
Yeah, and I think the way we change the narrative, like Pop said, we have to teach the next generation, the ones that want to learn, because everybody don't want to learn. Everybody got their own thing. And like Dame said, once they get a little money, you can't tell them nothing. You can look at every NBA, NFL player. The reason why you come back to the ghetto, because you didn't listen to somebody that been through it before. So we have to change that narrative. We got to teach the ones that want to learn. We can't teach the ones that they're going to have to learn from their own experience. But the ones that want to learn, I think all of our doors are open. I mean, look what Indy said. He want to help these rappers in the real estate, but you got to realize a lot of these guys, they don't respect and value your time. So imagine if I could teach somebody how to make $10 million and they didn't have no money at first. What am I worth? So since they say, oh, well, you rich, you don't deserve nothing, but you're gonna give a financial advisor or agent or whatever, something of that, if they help you make that type of money. How come if me and Dame do that for you, you don't think we worthy of our time or our expertise?
Right. That's crazy. Dame, we
I want to say
jump in.
What we got to start doing too is we got to start figuring out what we're doing. So when Christmas comes around, birthdays, and Valentine's. So tomorrow's my birthday, right? And my wife.
Oh, happy birthday, brother.
Bought me a water company. So I'm with you, P. I got my own.
Hey,
I need a case.
Turn to the side a little bit. Turn to the side.
I need a
Positivity.
case too.
But that's what we have to start doing. It's like, instead of buying things, we need to, like what you said, what is a Gucci belt? What is a pair of Jordans? What is a $1,000 pair of jeans? My biggest investment and my biggest come up was a property that I bought in Detroit. I paid $5,000 for this property, right? It was all beat up, all nasty. We pretty much bought the whole block. Me and Angela pretty much bought the whhole block. For 3 years, all we did was cut the grass and pay the taxes. $5,000 to $10,000 for each property. When they built Detroit up, that property we sold for $380,000 or for $5,000. Now you think about it, some kids out there, some women out there, they would prefer what? A Chanel bag that's $3,000 to $5,000. That Chanel bag is worth $100 right now, but that property is worth $380,000. That's what we have to start thinking and making sure that when we buy stuff for our kids, we make sure it's something. Buy them, like you said, buy some stock in Tesla for Christmas. Yeah, you can still buy them toys, but buy them some stock in Apple. Buying some stock in this, that, and the other. Make sure that we're able to control that. I buy my kids a lot of stuff, but I make sure I buy them things that matter, so that when they get to my age or they get to the age when they graduate school, they have something.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
My kids have their own crib in Detroit, not in their name, rented out. But when they graduate, that's their first investment. Here's your first property, just so they know what you're doing. And those properties,
I think also, Envy, like you said, what about before you buy something, you make an investment so you could get that for free? Absolutely. So that's how they teach their kids. We don't teach our kids. They're like, okay, you about to go to college? Let's do something that we could make that $120,000. And then you could buy whatever you want after that. And I think, they are passing stuff down to their descendants. We are still trying to figure out how to get something. So that's where we have to change the narrative to build a generational wealth. And it comes with educating the next generation. And a lot of people, they have no time. They don't want to read. And I tell pro athletes, I'm like, man, if you take 20 minutes out of 1 week and figure out economics and banking, how far you think you're going to be by the time you get done with the league?
Out of here. Out of here.
Think about it.
Out of here. Yeah, that's crazy.
They go,
fellas, we running out of time right now.
I had one guy say, look, man, let's go do something positive to help in the community. Oh man, I can't do that. I'm not into that. But then he come back to me. It was like 10 G's, I'm saying. Come back with me. Oh, Pete, let's go take this vacation. I say, how much the vacation gonna be? He said, 100,000. I said, man, I just asked you to help these kids in the community for $10,000, but you ain't had it. But now you want me to spend 100,000 with you to take a vacation. Like you're not on the same page. And I'm done with wasting time with people like that. And put your energy and time to something that's positive. And sometimes you got to cut people off. I don't care.
We running out of time, PP. We running out of time.
I cut them off if they ain't on your level.
I overstand. So let's just do a quick lightning round real quick, man. We got about a minute left. I'm going to start with you, Daymond. Just closing thoughts. Thank you so much for being here. Closing comments real quick. Lightning round.
Educate yourself. Understand you got a lot of people to look up to that we didn't have to look up to because of social media and technology. I love what Envy said. If you buy Shopify right now for your kids, if you bought $1,000 worth of Shopify stock right now by Christmas, the way it went, it would be worth $5,000. After 2 or 3 years, you show them what they would have bought, what they would have had in jeans and what they had in stock. And it's simple examples like what Envy said, and of course what P said. You got to show them how you do it instead of just yelling at them, talking to them. And go look for a mentor out there. Don't ask a mentor to do everything for you. Look for what you could do for the mentor. In return, they will do for you. Don't be like, yo, help me out, brother and sister. Don't do that shit. Be like, what can I do for you mentor me?
There it is. Pops, real quick.
Man, for me, first and foremost, allow our testimony to be your test. Everybody on here has made mistakes. We've had failures. So allow the mistakes that we made to be your mistakes, and then don't make the same ones that we made. Also, it's about knowledge and learning. For me, once I invested into learning the stock markets and these companies, that's when I started making money on my investments. And having that knowledge, like P said, is power. And that's what they don't want us to have. Athletes, Black people as a general, they don't want us to have that power. So once you get that knowledge, that's when you're going to build that generational wealth. So that's it for me.
P, and then Envy close us out. P.
You know what? No idea is a whack idea. Get you some product. I got the rice.
Yep.
I got the shoes.
Church.
When people didn't believe, I get better with time. Trust the process. You get better with time. Put your trust and faith in God. And if they could do it, we could do it.
Envy.
Diversify. Put your hands in everything. I got a juice bar, real estate, the Breakfast Club, water, Top Pop, which is a soda, podcast, car show, all that. Diversify. And I'm just telling everybody out there, you're home right now. You're stuck. You're not going out. You got a closet full of sneakers. Take those sneakers, put them on GOAT or StockX, get the money and invest it. You're not doing nothing at home. You're going to be stuck at home. Nobody going to see them J's. Nobody going to see them Air Force Ones. Nobody going to see none of that. Take them, put them on GOAT, get your money and throw it in the stock. It's money you didn't see anyway. And I guarantee those 1 Jordans will be able to turn into 10 Jordans. So like that.
Powerful. Envy, I want to thank you specifically because my son's birthday is tomorrow as well. And you just gave me, boy, so he getting Shopify for his birthday tomorrow. Thank you so much. I was trying to figure out what to do. There we go, Shopify. This has been Kingz with Kosine. Our goal today is to simply help us all make better choices that will aid us in securing the bag. If you got it together, cool. If not, here's a brand new start.